Thank you, Reverend Keith. Appreciate your presence here this morning. And as you heard him do that wonderful reading, written by our very own Tina Lifford, you saw a description, you heard a description of our real nature and being. That is teasing the intellect. We're not here to intellectualize the spirit, but to spiritualize the intellect. So that particular description is allowing you to begin to drink it in, to feel a dimension of who and what you really are. And then, of course, the art and science of meditation allows you to become integrated with that particular identity. So you're not just walking around with information about yourself, about ultimate reality, about the presence of God, about pure spirit, about your infinite potential. It's not just information, because as you probably already know, if you get information after information after information without synthesizing it into a deep sense of embodiment, you have a kind of a backlog. It's a spiritual constipation that allows you to feel worse because you have all this information, but it's not becoming transformational knowledge. Transformational knowledge takes place when you have some level of practice. It's like if you eat a lot of food, but you don't do any kind of exercise, any kind of walking around, then all of that nutrition does not synthesize properly to become the muscle and the sinew that you need. And so in the same way as you are hearing these sacred truths on a regular basis, you must go to the next level, which is having some dimension, some practice, some spiritual practice, so that there is a synthesizing of that information into real knowledge, into who you are. So this is why the fundamental of our spiritual teaching before every single service here at Agape and before primarily everything that we do, we have some level of meditation, some level of affirmative prayer, or some level of life visioning, so that we're coming out of the world of appearances, the world as it appears to be, the condensation of opinions and thoughts and points of view and positionalities and perceptions that have shaped a world view and thus a world experience. We do something that pulls us out of that world. We don't deny that world of experience is going on, but we pull ourselves out of that world and begin to open ourselves up to that which is untouched by time and perception and positionality. And that happens through one of the ways it happens is through the meditation. Now, you have to understand this, because the world is heavy. The condensation of thought forms provide experience. And oftentimes, we think that experience is the end-all and be-all. We like to say, first of all, you can't experience God. That's an impossibility. You can't experience love. That's an impossibility. You can have a realization of those qualities. But your neurophysical situation experiences the temporary. And so we are here through meditation, the art and science of real affirmative prayer, to have a realization of that which is eternal and that which is real and that which is forever. So as I was saying, we pull ourselves out of the world of appearances without denying that it's going on, and open ourselves up to a spiritual insight, which allows us to begin to shift our vibrational frequency, shift our inner perception, so that we're seeing not with the sensorium, not with the five senses, but with our awareness, we're beginning to see the beauty and the love, the infinite potential, the infinite possibilities that are everywhere, because this powerful presence of love and beauty and intelligence that we might call God is everywhere. It's omnipotent, it's omnipresent, and it's real life. So the idea is not just to go to church every Sunday and merely hear great words and have a moment of uplift, but to really go into a way of living that is transformational, it's transformative. And so that the individual that's sitting here today, the constellation of shifting personalities, Obviously, the personality is not who you are. The personality is just a mental habit that's been forged over and over and over again that has become your personality, that individual that's sitting here today is not the same person that's sitting here a year from now. That the mental habits have changed. The perceptions have changed. The point of views have changed. Can you imagine going through eternity being exactly as you are at this moment? That's called hell. It's called hell. And so we are here to be transformed by the renewing of our heart, the expansion of our heart, the expansion of our cellular capacities, expansion of our awareness on a regular basis. Now, of course, as we bump into that which is called the unknown, the rehearsed mental habits that have become personality and egoic perception becomes very nervous because it does not know what's in the unknown, and it seeks to protect us from that which we do not know. But for you who are on the spiritual path, that's where your goodies are. That's the field of infinite potential, infinite possibilities beyond your present paradigm, your present way of thinking, your present way of seeing. You want to go into that particular realm, which is why you pray to have a realization of that which you do not know right now. The ever-increasing abundance, the harmonizing prosperity, the joy, the deep sense of well-being, the wellness, which is outside of your present way of thinking. And so with our limited personalities and constellation of personalities and ego perception running the show, we move through a world seeking to manipulate external circumstances, change conditions, change people while we remain the same. Spiritual walk is the opposite of that. We are seeking to constantly expand our awareness, up-level who we are, not to change an external condition primarily, but to shift our awareness so that we're vibrating differently. And then what happens? Conditions, which basically reflect back to us our state of consciousness, begin to change. So you start, first of all, with yourself. You begin to use your life as a research project to see if in truth, this really works. You actually give yourself a period of time where you're going in, seeking to shift your awareness through meditation, through affirmative prayer, through study, through hanging with high-minded, open-hearted people, a deep sense of spiritual camaraderie. There's a power in spiritual community. And notice the shift in your own awareness, and then notice your response to the world, and notice how you are changing. And then begin to consider, if two or more agree, if a community begins to agree, if larger and larger swaths of individuals begin to agree about the truth, that all of the power and presence and love that there is, and the beauty and the intelligence that there is really here. It's really here. That which we call the future is now. When you get there, you realize there is here. Can you imagine the shift in our perception? And then can you imagine the shift in our thought, conversation, and actions? And then begin to imagine the world that's won, W-O-N, by the power and the presence and the love of God within us. That is real. It's not just religiosity. It's not merely memorization. It's the real connection and insight into that which is true and forever. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, breaking free from the conditioned mind, conditioned by time and circumstances, perception, social milieu, conditioned by media, social and otherwise. Breaking free from that and seeing as it really is, almost for the very first time, with the eyes of a child. Like, whoa! This beauty and presence and love has been here all the time. I'll always remember doing a spiritual retreat, and I gave the opportunity for people to to go out and walk for a while after we've been sitting in meditation for a while. And I always remember this particular young man coming back as we were sharing in the larger circle. He was so excited, enthusiastic, because he had seen a tree. And he had seen this tree so many times, walking the path of the trail. But in his mind, intellectually, it was, that's a tree. It was like somebody told him, and he read in school that that's called a tree. So he saw that image tree based on his information that that was a tree. But in these moments of meditation, something happened for him, and he actually saw the being there that we named tree. He saw the living, breathing being manifesting as that which we've named tree. Now, the tree didn't call himself the tree. Tree's a being. It's just what it is, this life force. But he saw it for the first time, not through his eyes, but through an expanded awareness that that was a life form. That was the life of God that was manifesting as the tree. We're here to wake up, to begin to walk with the eyes of a child. Not only to see a tree for the first time, to see the earth for the first time, to see each other for the first time. Oftentimes we walk and we have a perception of somebody, of who somebody used to be. We have our opinion about somebody, and our sight is clouded with that point of view that's being broadcast by our personality construct and our sub-personalities that formulate, oh, that's so-and-so. And we don't even see them. They may have been kissed by the angel of transformation in the middle of the night and are glowing with so much possibility of being, but we can only see through the lens of our own limited personality constructs. We are here to be transformed by the renewing of our mind, to see the world anew, to see ourselves anew, primarily, to see each other anew, and then to walk in the dynamic flow of the real world, out of the matrix, out of the simulation of time and space, and to live fully and completely moment by moment. And falling, getting back up, falling, getting back up, falling, continuing to pray, expanding our awareness as what? As a way of living, not a temporary lifestyle, a way of living. Lifestyles are temporary. They come out, they trend, things trend in and out of style. But a way of living with the power and the presence and the love of God, and knowing this. Remember now when I say God, I don't want you to conjure up an image of a man in the sky. It's a presence that's never in absence. We must worship God in spirit and in truth, in spirit. And so that becomes our priority, but it infuses every aspect of our life. You don't work for humanity. You don't work for an employer. You work for God. Everything you do is for an acknowledgement and a connection with His presence, from when you go to your place of employment, from when you're washing the dishes, when you're driving your car. It becomes a way of living to pay homage to this powerful presence that is everywhere, that is power itself. And then you can only begin to imagine the kind of excellence you infuse into all that you're called to do. There's an old metaphysical statement that's, one it says you can't outgive God, another says put the universe in your debt. In other words, you live to give from this higher space on such a regular basis that the universe is always trying to catch up, to give and to fill the void of that which you are giving. So the universe is always in your debt because you're living to give your fullness and your best everywhere you go, not taking a moment off. In sports, they say, don't take a play off. Play off, even when it appears that the game has appeared to have been won. Don't take a play off. Don't rest. Don't take a play off. Play your best every single play. We want to walk with that. Give ourselves a break when we're tired. Get back up. And so all of this is encoded within this dynamic of the way of meditation as a primary practice to insight, revelation, so that we're becoming more and never less than our true self, essential self, real self, eternal self, immortal self, our light self, luminosity. For we are the light that lights up every being that comes to the planet. The same light that was found in Jesus the Christ, the same light that is found in every sacred teacher, avatar, awakened being that has walked the planet. You are an emanation of the central sun of all creation, an emanation of light and luminosity. Remember, you're not just memorizing that as identity. You're going into spiritual practice to wake up and have a realization of that truth. And once you see it with insight, you can't unsee it. And your life is pulled by the strange attractor field of who you really are. You'll call it your future, but it's your higher self in the here and now, beckoning you to wake up to your real nature and being. Let's have a moment of practice. Your back is straight and erect, but it's not rigid. It's not tense. You can, for a second, just take your shoulders and squeeze them to your ears. Tense up everything, doing the opposite of relaxation, even your face, your scalp, the bottom of your feet. Squeeze everything. Release. Just let go. Perhaps there's a slight smile on the face as you're entering into the realm of joy. Joy is the evidence of God, but joy is also your intrinsic nature. Today we'll take the thumb and this pinky finger together. This mudra activates the deep feeling tone of our connection with our spirit, emotional maturity. And become an intentional being. Just intend. You're not here just to drift. You're intending to wake up to your real nature, the truth of your being. It is said that if you know the truth will make you free, but the truth of what? The truth of your being. You shall know the truth of your being, and you shall be made free. Not simply the son and daughters of your parents. The truth of your being is that you're an emanation of God Almighty. Intend to wake up. This is what you're infusing into the quantum field, and there is a response. Notice that you can be aware of your intention. You establish an intention and you can now be aware of it. You can be aware of the feeling of it. So your attention is embracing your intention. You are an intentional being, and you are an avenue of awareness itself. Enter into the feeling tone and the awareness of lowly listening, meaning your entire being is available to catch the eternal broadcast of let there be light, let there be life, let there be intelligence, let there be beauty everywhere. It's a broadcast that's perpetual. It's not intermittent. It's not on and off. Let there be life, that which is conscious of itself everywhere. Trees, animals, four-legged, winged ones, crawling ones, living biology that has reflective consciousness, that's us. We're available to catch the broadcast. And with insight and revelation, we're available to rebroadcast the broadcast. According to our uniqueness. Be still. Intention, attention, lowly listening with our entire being, not just with ears, but that which created the ear. Where's your attention? You're embracing the dynamic of your intention to wake up, sitting without chasing, clinging, clutching. slowly listening with your being. Be still and know the I am God presence is in the midst of you. Take a nice inhalation. Hold it at the apex. Allow yourself to feel a pure sense of gratitude for everything. Release. And in this consciousness of gratitude, gratitude for everything or gratitude for nothing at all, a state of being, not a response to a circumstance or a condition, but a state of being that becomes a dynamic portal through which life can find itself active as you. This consciousness of gratitude changes our point of view, expands our awareness that we're able to see, not necessarily with eyes, that all of the power and presence and love that there is right here and right now, and that we are beaming with it. We're glowing for it. Oh, we just allow gratitude to take over our life and begin to recognize the great presence of love and beauty, harmony and order and abundance and joy is everywhere. And because it is everywhere, it must be where we are. Our life is an emanation of the only life that there is. So we stand with a resolute awareness of this truth and feel so anchored in it that we can say, I am that. I am what thou art, and thou art what I am. No distance whatsoever, no separation, no otherness, no other power. All here now. And it is from this ever-expanding awareness that the Word of God is spoken, a dynamic word of truth, a law unto itself that only knows its own fulfillment, spoken with the authority of one knowing that all that there is God, that everything that truly is a manifestation of the only thing that is. I speak the word with an ever-increasing conviction that right where we are is all of the power and presence and love. I speak the word with an ever-increasing conviction that something wonderful is happening, and it's happening through us now. That this word is serving as a law of elimination, transmutation to anything that would hinder, delay, obstruct, or deny the fullness of life from moving through and as us right now. Behold, we are being made new in the spirit of the living one. Every organ, action, function of our body, temple, our mental body, our emotional body, our astral body, our subtle bodies are all coming into an alignment with our divine celestial body, so that divine wholeness, health, well-being, wellness, vitality, vigor reigns supreme in our life right now. That all of our needs are met right here in consciousness first. All of our needs are met. Harmonizing prosperity and abundance reigns supreme. We accept this as the activity of our awareness, first and foremost. We're now compelled into right thinking, right speech, and right action. All as an ever-increasing availability to more good than we could possibly imagine. The greatest ability is availability. And we are available. We're open. We're receptive. We're pliable. We are allowing the great God of the universe to know itself as us. Come into your own as us right now. Oh, we give thanks for this. And we allow it to be. We allow it to be so. Which is why we can say with power and vigor and certainty, and so it is. Amen. As we slowly open our eyes, wherever you are on the planet at this particular moment, or whether you're right here in the sanctuary, you just bow to someone and say, now please, so be it. Be that high frequency of the Almighty. Thank you so much, and your soul is thanking you for joining us in the way of meditation service. Thousands of you around the globe stopping and having a level of coherence vibrationally around the fundamental spiritual truth that you are one with the great presence of God. It's literally vibrationally changing the world. We invite you now to tap into your generosity code within your own being, knowing that you've come to the planet to contribute. You didn't come to the planet to get anything because there's nothing to get. You've come to give and to share, to shine, to glow, to radiate, to be creators. And so in that consciousness of priming the pump of your own prosperity, you can begin to allow your soul to guide you into your offering of the day. Whether you call it offering, a donation, a tithe, a gift, a celebration of your oneness with God, whatever you call it, consciously call it forth now as the activity of your awareness and participate fully. You can take out your cellular device, your mobile device, and you can take the camera portion and shine it in the direction of the QR code that's right now on your screen, if in fact you use Venmo. Put the camera right there. Go into the domain of Agape International Spiritual Center. Allow your heart to choose what you're giving today. Regardless of the amount, just give it with a tremendous amount of love and appreciation for life and the fact that you have something to give. Just celebrate whatever it is you have to give. Just celebrate it and circulate it. We never spend at Agape. We don't spend anything. We circulate. Once you spend it, it's gone. You circulate it, it comes back. So circulate your gift right now. If Venmo is not your thing, text the word give to 424-321-6243. It's on your screen. Many of you take screenshots and use it throughout the week as well. 424-321-6243. Text the word give to that number. You'll get a response. It'll take you right into the domain of Agape International Spiritual Center. Let your soul help you choose the amount you're circulating today. If you write the word cover after that amount, it means that you're covering the expense of that technology, which is a little less than 3% of your offering. If you're giving $500,000, $1 million, don't just come see me, mail it. We don't want the 3% to go there. You understand? Yes? Can I hear you? I see you out there. Okay, beautiful. Because there's one contemplating. They finally want to give their $500,000 gift, and we're ready to receive it now. Listen, you can go to our website if you so desire. You're on YouTube. You're on our Facebook page. You may not be on our website. You can go there now. AgapeLive.com. There's a donation banner on the screen. Navigate yourself to the donation banner. And again, thoughtfully, lovingly, let your soul help you choose the amount you want to donate today. And it appears that you're checking out, perhaps, of Alice's Quiet Mind bookstore, but you're really checking in to your harmonizing prosperity that's within your own soul and priming the pump for ever-increasing prosperity and making it permanent through giving. If you like to mail in your donation, we love it. Make your checks and money orders out to Agape International. Send it to Agape International at 8549 Wilshire Boulevard, Suite 1156, Beverly Hills, California, 90211. If you're outside of the United States, put USA on the envelope. Those are the ways to give today. Pick one, pick two, whatever you want to do, and celebrate your way home to yourself. I'll be right back. Reverend Julie Moret has some wonderful information for you.
I sure do. You can visit agapelive.com for more information about all the items mentioned, and remember, all times are Pacific time. Agape University presents True Prosperity, Creating Wealth from Within with Michael B. Beckwith. Let's hear from the Rev.
Peace and blessings. You who are on the spiritual path tuning in right this moment and you're seeking to open yourself up to greater prosperity, dynamic abundance. Listen, I have a class beginning for that express purpose on October the 21st. You want to sign up for this class. We want to expand our awareness of the wonder and beauty that's within our soul and to set it free. It is difficult to embody these teachings in just a couple of hours, which is why this is 5 weeks. It's going to be 5 weeks of real spiritual impact so that we actually can begin to change. And I use the word embody purposely because you may have been journaling for a while, you may have been praying for a while, you may be doing some inner work, but we set up this class to be 5 weeks. So even though you're hearing certain things on a regular basis, repetition does help, but we're talking about embodiment. We're talking about real transformation, real change in our inner being around living in the feeling tone of having all of our needs met. For this particular time in our human history, where there's so much going on in the world of appearances, we need a moment to come back to that which is real. A lot of trauma is hidden in the subconscious. A lot of superstitious beliefs about money are operating subconsciously. You can't outwork the beliefs that are held in your subconscious mind. They have to be identified, they have to be transmuted, they have to be healed. So in our 5 weeks together, we're going to look at some of the beliefs we have about money, trauma around it, and begin to look at it straight on and assist in dissolving it. We're going to begin to change the story around money. We're going to change the story around prosperity, wholeness in our own life. So this is what I want you to do, and this is what your soul wants you to do. Make the commitment to surrender to the higher calling of the expansion of your consciousness, specifically around abundance, specifically around prosperity. Make the commitment, register now, and I'll see you in the course.
Wow, what a powerful way to prep yourself for a dynamic, prosperous 2026. You can register right now at agapelive.com. And this week on Take Back Your Mind, Reverend Michael welcomes New York Times bestselling author Laura Day. She'll be sharing insights from her new book, The Prism: 7 Steps to Heal Your Past and Transform Your Future. And on Friday's Life Question of the Week, how to stay spiritually grounded when life won't slow down, and how do you keep giving from the heart without giving yourself away? Watch or listen to Take Back Your Mind and the Life Question of the Week with Michael B. Beckwith on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Odyssey, Agape's young adults ministry for those ages 20 to 35, meets this Friday, October 24th, 6:30 p.m. Contact Rev Arlene at agapelive.com with any questions. And today is the last day to audition for Agape International Choir. For more information, you can visit the Artist Corner table in the lobby or email choir@agapelive.com. Love is alive, spirit is strong, Agape is serving all day long. It is celebration time. Agape is turning 39 years young in a high vibration of love and oneness, and we want you to join us right here, live in person. Let's pack the house with gratitude, joy, and divine energies. Save the date, Sunday, November 16th at 9 and 11:30 a.m. service. We cannot wait to celebrate with you right here. And save the date, Agape New Year's Meditation Retreat with Michael Bernard Beckwith, December 29th through January 2nd in Costa Rica. Save those dates. Ring in the new year in sacred community. Join Reverend Michael and Agape, the Agape community, for a transformational meditation retreat in the lush beauty of Costa Rica. Space is limited, so mark your calendar right now and stay tuned. More details are coming. For questions, you can contact events@agapelive.com. There's so many wonderful, juicy things here. Pick what is yours and jump in. Many blessings to you.
Thank you, Reverend Julie Moret. Let's stop for just a moment and give thanks for the outpouring of divine love in the form of offering, tithing, gifting, donations. The love of God expressing itself as generosity. We speak the word blessing this spiritual community as we're celebrating 39 years of an incarnation, touching millions of people during these last 39 years. We celebrate the offering that's coming in at this moment, knowing that it stabilizes and allows us to even be of greater service to humanity at this time in human history and beyond. And we give thanks and we revel in the awareness that all of our needs are met, that we can be of great service to our own conscious unfolding and be of great service to the unfolding of the consciousness of humanity. This is all happening now, and so we give thanks for it, and so it is. Amen. As we rise up together wherever you are on the planet, for those who have shown up in person here in the sanctuary, if you would like to make a donation in person, you can as you exit. Just put it in the basket. And for you online, let your heart guide you in your generosity. Let us hear this song, which is the beginning of our benediction.
I'm tired of the guilt that brings me pain. Now is the time for me to let go of the shame. The past behind me, I see anew. I'm ready for my change.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready to be transformed by the renewing of your mind and the expansion of your heart space? Forgive yourself for everything. Forgive everyone for everything. And live in a deep and an abiding awareness that that which is real has never been touched, hurt, harmed, or endangered by any experience. And through the power of letting go, the power of forgiveness, we come back to our essential nature and we shine to glorify the great presence, the great power, and the great love. Today, it's a great day, and we allow it to be so, and so it is. Amen. Peace and radical blessings, everyone. If you're in the Los Angeles area, LA adjacent, come on up to Agape. Come on in person. 8:30 a.m. meditation, 9 o'clock worship service, and then, of course, 11 a.m., 11:30 a.m. worship celebration fellowship service. So many people show up. You might as well come on up to Agape. Come on up. Peace and blessings.